This is the Kewadin Casino RV park behind the Kewadin Casino in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. We stayed here just a couple of nights, actually 3. The park is pretty nice. It's quiet. You don't have a lot of traffic. It's behind the casino, so you don't get the casino traffic. Trees all the way around. I'm going to go ahead and do a walkthrough here. So when you first come in, this is the shower and restroom, and it's pretty run down. The men's shower was okay. My wife said the women's shower was pretty disgusting. Site 1 here is pretty level. Most of the sites have a picnic table and 30 amp power. Site 2 and Site 3 are also level. They're a little shorter than some of the others. Site 4, Site 5, again, pretty level. They do share a power. There's power on each side of the pole. Site 6 is pretty level. I'm not sure if you could really put much in Site 7 here. It's pretty small. You'd probably be okay with a van camper. Site 8 is nice and level, backs up to the woods. It's probably a little more private than some of the others, but not quite as long. Site 9 and 10 also back up to the woods. You could fit just about anything in here. 10, as you can see, has a little water at the front, as does 11. Sites 12 and 13, they slope up a little bit at the back, so if you were in a motorhome, you may have a little issue here. Site 14 and 15, again, just a little slope up in the back. Site 16 and 17 are pretty level, a little bit shorter. You're probably okay with most rigs here. Site 18 and 19 are, again, pretty level. Just about any rig would fit in either one. Site 20 and 21 have this little dip in the middle between them. They would be a couple of my last choices just because of that. That dips back about 20 feet from the road, but it could be a little bit of an issue. Site 22, nice and level, nice and long. Site 23, also pretty level and long. Site 24 has a little bit of a dip on the front here. You may have an issue if you're in a motorhome. Site 25 is level and long, and one of the more private sites. Now I'm going to go around here. I'm going to just start here again at 46 and pick up and go around the inside, because the sites are pretty close together, but there's very little traffic here, so the most that were ever here overnight were 3. Site 45 and 44 slope toward the road here. As you can see from this footprint here, they slope this way and toward the road. Not the best sites. Site 43, again, slopes towards the road, but it's a little better, but it's wet in there, so I would be nervous about that one also. Site 42 slopes a little bit this direction. Site 41 has a little bit of a slope from the back to the front. Site 40 is pretty level all the way across. Site 39, as you can see, you can get a little shade in this one. Site 38, also just a little bit of shade. Both of those are fairly level, lean maybe a little bit to the front. Site 37 leans to the front, and especially to the left corner here. Site 36 is a nice level long site. It would be a good site if you were trying to pick a spot. Site 35 Not quite sure how this site works because you're right next to another site here. So if you were back too far, nobody could use site 34. So not quite sure how that works. I think they laid it out more for a ease of wiring and such than for specifically sites. Site 34, nice long deep level site. Has a low spot here in the front, so might be better for something like a fifth wheel or a trailer. Site 32 and 31 both lean pretty good to the front here. If you had a rear entry trailer, you'd probably be pretty good. Site 30 again leans a bit toward the front here. I think if you went in at a little bit more of an angle, you'd probably be better off on that site. There are a couple of sites over here on this side. I think they're parallel sites, and they seem pretty level. So you've got sites, I don't know what the one back there is. This one's labeled 29, but you couldn't park in it here. 28, 27, and 26 as you move forward. They're all look like decent sites, but they're closer to the parking lot, so you're going to get a little more road noise there. And I just don't know if I would pick one of those sites, but they are level, they are long. Site 56 here, same issue as on the other side, where if you back in this way, you may interfere with the site next to you. Site 55 is pretty level, slopes a little bit to the front here. Site 54 is it undulates a little bit, so there's low spots in the front and in the back. I don't know if you could get your rig where you were leveled across them or not. It's probably a site I would mostly try to avoid. Site 53 here is nice and long and pretty level. Site 52, this is where we are. I chose this site because 1, it's level, 2, it's long, and 3, when I go to leave this morning, I can just drive straight through. Site 51, again, long and level, another good option. Site 50 is right next to it, and they're pretty close together, so I don't know if you could really fit a unit in each of those at the same time. Site 49 here is flat, level, and long. Site 48, this one was occupied twice by 2 different campers while we were here. Both of them were Class C campers, and they didn't have to do any leveling at all, so that's a good site. Site 47 here, you have a little bit of a tree, but it slopes a little up toward the tree, and that's pretty much it. So it's a good place to camp. We spent 3 nights here. You get to use the facilities, so you get the pool and the hot tub and the sauna in the casino when you camp here. And I would recommend using those and then also using the shower in there. So just bring your shower stuff in there with you. But that's it for Kewadin Casino RV Campground.